Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and practical features in the node editor, node variables. If you're looking to make your workflows more flexible, dynamic, and easier to maintain, this is something you'll definitely want to understand. A node variable is basically like a small container where you can store a value, like a number or a word. What makes it special is that any part of your logic can check what's inside that container or update it with something new. And here's the best part. If you change the value in the container, every node that's connected to it will instantly see the update. So instead of typing the same value in 5 different places, you store it once in a variable and use it everywhere. When the value needs to change, you simply update the variable, and that's it. Let's walk through a quick example. Suppose we want to keep track of how far a user scrolls down a page. We start by creating a variable called scroll percentage. Set its type to number, and give it a default value of 0. Once that's done, we drag the variable directly into the canvas so we can start working with it visually. Later, we'll connect it to the right nodes to make everything work. Next, we drop in an Onscroll node. This node provides an output called scroll percentage. That's the one we want. It gives us a value between 0 and 100, showing how far the user has scrolled. Now we add an update variable node. We connect our scroll percentage variable to the variable name input, and then we take the scroll percentage output from the Onscroll node and connect it to the variable value input. So now, whenever the user scrolls, our variable gets updated automatically with the current scroll position. To check if everything is working, we can use a print node. The print node is great for debugging because it shows a value on the screen in real time, specifically in the lower right corner. That means we can see what's happening behind the scenes without having to guess. In our case, we drop in another Onscroll node, connect it to a print node, and hook the scroll percentage variable into the print node's value input. Now, when we scroll the page, the current scroll percentage shows up right away on the screen. This lets us confirm that the variable is updating exactly as expected. It's like a live window into your data, super helpful when you're trying to understand or troubleshoot what's going on in your setup. Now, let's take things a step further and build something practical. A reading progress bar that reacts as the user scrolls down the page. To save time, I've already created a simple layout for the progress bar in Bricks. What we want to do now is connect that bar to our scroll percentage variable, so the bar's width changes based on how far the user has scrolled. We start by adding an Onscroll node. This will detect whenever the user scrolls. We connect our event node with a data modifier node. We need it to append a % sign to the numerical value. The data modifier node is a powerful node, as you can manipulate any value as you wish. The output corresponds to the new value. For the input, we will use our variable scroll percentage. And we're gonna add the % sign to our numerical value. Now bring in a SetStyle node. This is the one that allows us to dynamically change CSS properties. First, we set the selector. That's the element we want to update. In this case, it's our progress bar. In the next field, style property, enter width, because that's what we're changing. We want the bar's width to reflect the user's scroll progress. Now, for the style value, that's where we plug in our scroll percentage variable. We connect it to the style value input. Behind the scenes, this will give us something like 50% if the user is halfway down the page. And just like that, our progress bar now updates in real time as the user scrolls. Smooth, responsive, and really easy to set up. But let's make it a bit more fun. We want to trigger a little celebration when the user reaches the bottom of the page. For that, we need a branch node. Drop one in and connect it to the same scroll event. This node checks a condition and splits the logic based on whether it's true or false. Now we need to define the condition. Use the is greater than comparison. For value 1, connect the scroll percentage variable. That's what we're checking. For value 2, just type in 99. That means if the user has scrolled past 99%, the condition becomes true. Then connect the true output of the branch node to a confetti node. That's all we need. Now, when the user scrolls all the way to the end, they'll see a burst of confetti on the screen, a fun reward, and a perfect example of how you can combine logic, styling, and feedback using nodes. To keep things more organized, highlight all these nodes, press C, and give your box a name. Node variables are a core part of building smart modular logic in the node editor. They help you avoid repetition, simplify changes, and open the door to more dynamic and reactive workflows. Once you start using them, you'll wonder how you ever managed without them. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.